Welcome back, Southern Tier. Since we were on at 6 o'clock, we've had two counties that were upgraded to a winter storm warning, and those are Tioga and Shenango. We're about 8 hours away from any impacts at all. So let's get to the particulars. Not a big difference between the two advisories. We're looking at 5 to 8 inches of snow in the winter storm warning areas, 3 to 7 in the winter advisories, and we're going to have 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts in there. It could weigh down some power lines. Some of those could fall potentially, but again, this is not really going to be kicking in until probably after commute time, but it is a big system with impacts from Maine all the way down to Ohio, and in fact, all the way down the spine of the Appalachian Mountains into the mid-south. Yes, a big system indeed. So here's what we're looking at for headlines. The commute tomorrow, that's good news, is going to be mainly wet, but we're going to have a quick change over to snow by 9 o'clock. It's not going to waste any time getting very heavy. And we're going to have the main impacts from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts in there are going to compound issues, as will the falling temperatures. So the snow for a southern tier system, only medium. We're looking at 3 to 8 inches. Temperatures high. They're going to start out around freezing, plummet during the afternoon. The winds are going to kick in, so we're going to have to deal with wind chills and potential for trees and power lines coming down. Ice accumulations low. There's going to be a pretty quick transition from rain to snow in the morning, and travel impacts will be high because this is a big system. Not much going on tonight, and this is what we're going to see through the rest of the night, just spotty light showers. But here is the culprit. A very powerful area low pressure is going to ride right along that warm front right to the southeast of our southern tier. As it does so, it is going to start pulling colder air down out of Canada, which is rapidly going to transition this into snow, and it will get heavy very, very quickly as that transition occurs. So we're going to start out above freezing, and notice this by daybreak and for the early part of the commute time, really not a whole lot going on except for rain. It's going to be just a wet start, a rapid transition to snow by 9 o'clock. Notice the dark blues in there. That's about 1 to 2 inches per hour as the temperatures drop down into the 20s. And then the winds kick in at noon, 30-mile-an-hour gusts. Temperatures continue to fall. So this is going to stick possibly even to treated roadways. By 2 o'clock, the heaviest snow is going to be out in the east and Delaware and Otsego County, still coming down in light fashion for the rest of us. Temperatures continue to drop. We're looking at wind chills probably down in the single digits by tomorrow evening, even as the snow winds down. So even as the advisories expire, road crews are still going to be out there. Then we're down in the single digits by daybreak Saturday, only up into the lower teens for Saturday afternoon. And then we'll start to warm up a little bit heading into Sunday for snowfall. Well, not a whole lot by daybreak. There's going to be nothing on the ground at commute time. Don't let your guard down, because here it comes by noon. We're looking at 2 to 4 inches through most of the advisory and warning areas. And by the time all is said and done, a wide swath of 4 to 8 inches. In the warning areas, we're looking close to 8 through the Binghamton Metro and along the Susquehanna River Valley, probably closer to 4. Now for the almanac, we barely snuck up above freezing today. We were well below freezing all of yesterday. That's setting up the cold road temperatures. So right now, just wet along Vestal Parkway, some light rain coming down. So we're not looking at anything in the way of big impacts through the rest of tonight. Be down, temperatures hold about steady, just a few light showers again, mainly wet roads. Stay with us. We'll look at that 7-day when we come right back. Welcome back for the morning commute. 7 o'clock, we'll probably have a mix. The roads will probably still be primarily wet at that time. In between 7 and noon, the snow is going to be coming down at about 1 inch or 2 per hour. It'll start to lighten up a little bit right after the noon hour. The winds kick in. We're going to have blowing snow as well. So even after the snow winds down and these temperatures drop, the roads are still going to be slick, and some areas will get down into the single digits by daybreak Saturday, only into the teens for highs on Saturday. So road crews are going to be busy. All areas get down into the single digits Saturday night. Temperatures recover back almost to seasonable levels by Sunday. Stay with us though. Dylan Kuhn will be back with sports.